everyone hear me all right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
All right, so pretty weird times we're living in right now, eh? But you got to make sure that you're always trying to find the positive in everything, right? So for me personally, I'm pretty grateful for the whole social distancing because now I actually have a pretty legit excuse for why people stay 2 meters away from me all the time. Before I'd be walking down the street and if an old couple would quickly bolt across the road to get away from me, I think they're probably just intimidated by my height or something. Or when a cute girl would come and quickly bolt to the right or left when she made eye contact. I think she's probably just intimidated by how good looking I am. She couldn't handle it. But speaking of dating, and everything, girls and stuff, I'm sure we're all hurting a little bit that we're all single. It's been hard not having any kind of traditional dating scene during this whole quarantine stuff. I didn't really realize how hard it had been for me until just the other day I was trying to inflate this inflatable raft. And there's a big hole to blow, to pump it up, right? But I didn't have a pump, so the technique I used was I blow really hard, plug it with my tongue and breathe in through my nose. So it's something like... Once I started to like it a little bit, I realized it'd been a really long time since I've been that intimate with my mouth. The raft even got a little bit of tongue action from me, so it was pretty intense. So, I recently moved to Vancouver, and if you ever made a big move, the first month you kind of just introducing yourself, going through introductions, and that's usually pretty fun because you get to talk about where you're from and people are interested. But when you're from a state whose name is more actually commonly known by a river and a children's song to learn how to spell, the introductions get pretty repetitive pretty quickly. It'll go something like this. It'll be like, where are you from? Mississippi. Oh, was that in Ontario? No, it's actually one of the states. Oh, like the Mississippi River. Yep, that's it. MISSISSIPP. Yep, that's one. Thank you. Next. But my first move was when I was just 6 years old, actually. So I was born in Nevada, which is near California, and my family moved all the way to South Carolina, which is on the East Coast. And that was also my first introduction to any kind of culture change. So the Southeast has their completely own culture and almost their own language. They speak very differently. And I remember I broke my arm when I was just 6 years old out there. And I was still new at school, so I didn't really go to the nurse. I just put my arm in my sleeve like this. And I went out the rest of the day with my arm like this. And a teacher came up to me and she says, "Why is your arm in your shirt?" "I think I broke my arm in the monkey bars." "Are you telling me a story?" "Yeah, I'm telling you the story of how I broke my arm." She pat my head, laughs, walks away. Another teacher comes up to me. "Why is your arm in your shirt like that?" "Well, I think I broke my arm." "Are you telling me a story?" "Yeah, I can tell you the story of how I broke my arm." Pats my head, laughs, walk away. I was super confused, but no one was going to help me. But then fast forward to freshman year in college, I overhear a friend of mine lying to his mom on the phone. He says, "Mama, I ain't telling no story. Someone must have stole the debit card." That's when I realized to say you're telling a story means you're lying, and everyone thought I was a liar when I was 6 years old. I remember also taking a spelling test. The teacher's yelling out words, we gotta write it down. She says, "Pineapple." Okay. "Old." What was that? "Old." Can you use that in a sentence? "You need to change your old." That was when I wished I had a device I could pull out and Google Translate. "You need to change your oil." Oil. But it's not like today's generation where they have these devices and they learn how to send a Snapchat before they learn how to talk. Speaking of which, does anyone know how to tell the difference between Gen Z and millennial? You just ask them to take a selfie in public place. So if it's a millennial, they'll pull their phone out and say, "All right. No, I don't really like the lighting right there. No, the background's not very good. They're gonna think I'm taking a picture of them if I do that. 20 minutes later. Nah, we'll get one later, dude. It's alright, we'll catch one later. If it's a Gen Z on the other hand. 5 minutes and 8 posts and 23 DMs and 527 likes, one emotional breakup later. Well, that's fire, that's fire.
Brilliant.
If you want to know if you're with a boomer or not, though, ask them if they can take a selfie of you. If they say yes, well, okay, boomer. But, you know, we really shouldn't make fun of our older generation too much. If it weren't for my dad, I probably wouldn't be trying to do this little stand-up right now. He actually did some stand-up back in his day, and he would run his jokes by us as kids. And there were always jokes about his family growing up. So one family reunion, I thought, you know, I could be pretty funny. So I went up to my uncle and told him one of my dad's jokes. And he says, I don't know where you heard that. Like, that never happened in our family. And I said, well, it's what my dad said. It's one of his jokes. So I go to my aunt, tell her the jokes. She says, no, it never happened. Went to my grandma, told her. She said, no, it never happened. So that's when I realized my dad really wasn't a great comedian. He just learned too much about the Southern culture and became a really good storyteller. So I still can't trust him today. But, you know, that's the problem about growing up is you realize everything is just a lie. Everything you've been told is a lie. And being American, you're told all the time how America's the best, how we're number one. And that starts to get your head a little bit. You start to believe it to the point where you actually start kind of making fun of other countries. And, you know, Canada, y'all kind of get the worst. Oh, buddy. Sorry if I offended you, eh? Didn't know you was called it a toque over here, eh? Keep the gloves on. This isn't a hockey match, eh? We can figure it out. But then I come here to Canada and realize, you know, it's not really like that.
That's retarded.
I think the only thing America's really number one at is living beyond their needs. Because we didn't invent the cheeseburger over there. We just invented the option for the quadruple, double, triple cheeseburger with bacon on top. But that's what American pride is knowing that we have that option to live large if we want. I can go out and deep fry a turkey on Thanksgiving Day, or I can go to the fair and get fried Kool-Aid if I want. And it's that American pride of living large that's kept the best Canadian secret ever, which is ketchup chips and poutine. Because we'll never make fun of those out in America, because we wish we could claim that as American. Because those two things scream America just like a bald eagle flying overhead, while I'm on a dirt bike with a shotgun in the other hand. Pretty lady in the back with a tramp stamp that says God bless America as I ride off into the sunset with fireworks in the background. Thank you.